What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Matt from Matt's California Fireworks, and today we're going to make a video about Phantom. And the reason I'm making this video is kind of a plea to them. And it's a plea to improve themselves because they have not released their prices yet. This here is a 2024 flyer. That is a 2022 flyer. These are the two flyers that I have in my collection. And it's honestly kind of a plea to them to compete and give TNT a bit of competition here, because TNT has, I'm not going to say I like everything that TNT does. In fact, I don't. In fact, they'll probably have a rant video coming eventually. But they release new stuff. They bring new stuff in. They put stuff on sale. And Phantom, I just see stuff go up every year. Some of this stuff, so the reason I have these two flyers out is because I had to look through the Discord to get a 2025 flyer, and honestly that's what I'm going to base everything off of. So what I have cooking today is I made a list of every single Phantom item that is on the 2025 flyer and what I think it should be worth. And when I say worth, I don't mean the price that it should cost at a supercenter. I mean worth in California. We're going to factor in the fact that California has regulations, there's insurance, there's nonprofits. These prices are still going to look completely ridiculous to anyone who buys fireworks out of state. And that's fine by me. But what we have here is, the reason I have this out is I was going over them, looking at that. See, look, $199. This is the 2024 flyer. I'm just going to use this to show price increases a bit. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to look at? Iron Eagle, $59.99 each. Okay. $99.99 BOGO in 2022. There's actually a couple of things that aren't bad. I noticed. The reason I brought this out. See, Fiery Frog for $32.99 in 2022, and then I think the Frog is $29.99 in 2024. So I'm not gonna say Phantom increases everything, because they don't. And to be honest with you, they actually have some pretty good, decent deals. This right here, great. I love it. Keep it, please. Especially if you can get the overloaded good one of these. Oh man. Fantastic. Keep it. This was a good deal. They don't have it anymore like this anymore, and that sucks, but this was a good deal. Let's flip to the other side over here. There's other stuff that I thought Phantom had a good deal on in 2024. This, pretty good. I like it. Where is Serenity? Oh, this part is excellent. Throw these two out. This, yes, I love it. Keep it. And you'll see some stuff on my list that I'm about to show you that I printed out. I made this and I printed it out. I watched demos for every single one of these fountains, except for the ones that I can remember having recently. I just showed you my mic. Yeah, that's my mic. I hope you can pick it up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to refilm this. And the reason I'm going to show you the list that I made. So there we go. Before we start, this is the item name on this side. I have everything here. This is the price it was in 2025. Anything that is red is a BOGO. This is what I consider my fair price, my opinion on a fair price. And then this is for BOGO items. This category is for BOGO items, what I think it should be worth without the BOGO. My general opinion on BOGOs is that I don't like them, because most of the time you're being forced to buy two. Phantom, believe it or not, in my opinion, actually has some pretty decent BOGOs. I said it. I just went over a bunch of them, for that matter. And then over here, we'll have notes like, replace it. Some of these, literally, some of them are so bad that I literally just have them as discontinued. So let's go over it. Apache Fire Dance. It's currently $89.99. I think it's worth about $50 personally. I don't think it's a bad fountain at all. I just genuinely think there's not that much going for it. Komodo 3000. It's a big I'm gonna offend Jeff when I say this. It's a big long lump of garbage. I'm not gonna say complete garbage. I don't think they need to get rid of it, but it's worth about half of what they're charging for it. In fact, less than half. And you'll see my notes here. I want all of these to just get replaced. Crown Jewel is the least bad, and yet it's worth like $55. That's the most I'm willing to pay for it. Cosmic Velocity, which is... Okay, let's try and find this on the flyer. Cosmic Velocity is this one. Okay, these are $29.99 each. Same thing in 2025. Cosmic Velocity, I have it listed as fine. What I would rather pay for it is $16.99 for one. That's what I think it's worth. But this deal is fine. You'll notice sometimes for these, if I think the BOGO is really good, I have it priced even less. Galactic Radiance, I'm not a big fan of Galactic Radiance. I think it's worth about $25 with BOGO and about $12.99 without it. Electric Manipulation, great deal. I have that thing in capital letters. That means I love it. I'm willing to pay up to $20 for that, just for it by itself. So this one right here, I think that's a good deal. These $3.99 fountains, this pair of 3 in the Intergalactic, that's Nova Blast, Beaming Lights, Cosmic Encounter. They're all $3.99. I have these listed as great. I really have no complaints. I don't think even Freedom has fountains this good for that cheap. That's a great deal. Keep those, please. Keep the price that. War Fountain. Here's where we get into real trouble. War Fountain, honestly, completely unmemorable. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it has to be discontinued, but it's worth $13 max. Honestly. Iron Master, $12.99. Where is Iron Master? It's this one. That's War. This is Iron Master. I've had Iron Master before. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's worth probably about $11, but this price is not horrible. Majestic Lightning. When this came out, this was supposed to be a rewrap of the Firecracker Fountain, which, please, I'm begging you, bring that back, Phantom. That thing was awesome. I know they still make it. I see photos of it in super centers all the time. I don't know why they didn't bring it to California. Majestic Lightning, $16.99, $12.99. To be honest with you, I've been thinking about it. I think that's probably a little high. But I mean, this is California. Everything's going to be a little high. Savage, $24.99, $19.99 most. My problem with Savage is not necessarily the price. My problem is the fact that they took Power On /LE from TNT, and they took the best tube out of it. That middle tube. That is the best tube on it. If it had the middle tube on it, I would say that this is worth like $30. Because to be honest with you, I think $30 is a fair price for that nowadays in California. But they took the best tube out of it. And when you take the best tube out of it, $19.99 is the best. You're honestly best off just discontinuing it, putting the tube back in, and rewrapping it and bringing it back. Captain Nuclear, I didn't even bother. This thing is just garbage. Get rid of it, please. Professor Flame, why is this $40? What was it? This was honestly kind of pushing it. And the reason I say that, this is supposed to be an Apache Fire Dance rewrap. But if you've seen my demo, this thing performs horribly. Horribly. You're better off going to Freedom and getting Livewire. It's the same thing. I don't know what it is. The Phantom version of this performs like junk. The Freedom one is still decently powerful. And that's consistent. At first I thought I just got a bad one. It's consistent. I think it's worth like $18 max. Stormrunner and Fiery Metal Flower. This is great. Keep this, please. BOGO $50. Great. Especially if you can get the good Stormrunner, code 11121. Great. Fantastic. You see that the actual price for it, that reflects the BOGO price. I love this. In fact, let me show you something. In 2022, Stormrunner was $60. Can you imagine paying $60 just for one Stormrunner? And there's no BOGO on this. You imagine paying $60 for one Stormrunner and you get the junk one? That's a problem. But the good one is honestly, if they can consistently make the good one, I'd honestly be fine with paying $50 for one. So the fact that this is the price, it's fantastic. Keep this. If they're able to make a profit on this, please keep it. They're probably gonna, if they see this video, they will probably raise the price. But, you know, whatever. If you can consistently make the good one, great. Fire Metal Flowers, the same thing. I don't think it's as good as Stormrunner. The last time I got this deal, I just bought 2 Stormrunners. But it's a unique, it's a spinner. I think it's good. Dragon's Tears. This is an excellent fountain. It's overpriced, but it's not that overpriced. I think it's only overpriced by about $5. I think this is a good fountain. The Lighthouse. Again, the reason why this is so low is because Freedom has the same thing. And last year, Freedom sold this exact same fountain for $31. This year, they have it as like $50, but it's buy one, get one. So, Phantom, you're kind of getting your ass beat on the... Excuse me. You're kind of getting your butt whipped on this right there. And I just cursed on this supposedly family-friendly channel. But I don't know. This is Phantom rant time. I'm not going to be friendly. Brouhaha. I think this one gets kind of a bit too much hate. But it's about $15 more than I'd ever be willing to pay for it. And the same thing with Illuminati Triangle. Illuminati Triangle is significantly better than Brouhaha. But I think Brouhaha has a better effect. The difference is Illuminati Triangle just lasts a long time. Moondance Premiere. $40 BOGO. That's a great deal. $19.99 for that. That's fantastic. Keep that. Freedom is selling this exact rewrap as Jumbo Purple Rain for like $29. To be honest with you, I don't even think that's that horrible for it. Keep that. That's a fantastic deal. Same thing with Flower Pot. Fantastic. Keep it, please. Vibrant Voltage is in the same patch of 3. That's where it kind of goes off the rails. I don't think it's worth that. I think Vibrant Voltage, if you're going to do a Force BOGO, is worth like $30. Otherwise, please put it at like $18.99 for the single. Red, White, and Blue Jubilee. This is a really good fountain. It's super, super overpriced. I think it's worth about $23. I really like this fountain. It's excellent. I really hope it's priced well. To be honest with you, where was it? The 2024 flyer. This honestly kind of got it right. To be honest with you, this is a really good deal for that. That kind of got it right, in my opinion. Just, it's kind of cool that I have this flyer to kind of prove the fact that I'm not talking out of my butt here. It proves that most of this stuff can be profitable. Pixie Dust, get rid of it. Why is this $40? I wouldn't, yeah. This fountain should be like $5 with how it performs. It's horrible. Get rid of it. Funky Monkey is a good fountain. It's about $10 overpriced though. I think $29.99 is a decent price for it. It's not worth that. None of this stuff is worth the suggested price, but I'm just telling you that's how California is. Double Punch. The Double Punch, where it's on the 2024 flyer. Where is it though? $59.99 in 2024. In 2025, the Double Punch went to $80 to $90. Why? I think it's worth $50. They're cool fountains. They're not worth $90. Are you kidding me? Iron Eagle. I think this is an underrated fountain personally. The price needs to be about that for me to run out and get one. I think this is an underrated fountain. I think it has really cool effects. There's a whistle in this one that lasts almost 10 seconds. Fantastic. New York Harbor. This is probably my favorite Phantom 500 gram that's like actually known as a finale. If you're talking about 500 grams, I believe Dragon's Tears is actually classified as one. It's not worth $100 BOGO. Please stop forcing me to buy 2. It's worth about $49.99 by BOGO, and then by itself probably about the same. I think that's a fair price for it. The Coral Reef. This is Delirium. Delirium used to really be good. I don't think it's... Delirium used to be really good. I've never actually had the Phantom version of it, but I think that's probably worth about $40 nowadays, and I think that's a fair price for it. I'd probably buy it at that. Alright, we're flipping over to the next part here. Radioactive Spark. $100 BOGO for this thing. I think that was like not a big problem. I just don't like being forced to buy 2. $50 is fine for it, honestly. If you set Radioactive Spark for $50, they would beat TNT's American Revolution. They would beat the pants off of it because I genuinely believe Radioactive Spark is the better fountain. Peacock Tail Fan, worth about $35 in my opinion. Stop selling it at $100, please. Lady Liberty, I had this one in 2023. I wasn't that big of a fan of it, to be honest with you. I thought it was kind of boring. $13 max. Flaring Stars, this is a favorite of mine from Phantom. I get this almost every year. It's $19 now. I think it's probably best worth about $16. Happiness, I don't think it's worth that. I really don't. I think $19.99 it would sell very well. It's not a bad fountain. Spirit in the Night, to be honest with you, the 25 was not that bad. I only reduced it by like $3, and I put not bad over here. The Soda Pops, yeah. Honestly, I was thinking about putting these as a discontinue. These are worth like $10 for a 4-pack. And I have please get something better on my notes. Fiery Frog, dudes. It's $35. I think it's worth about $10 less. I got my homie, the Fiery Frog. He's up there. You see him? I bought that in 2022, and I have his carcass or whatever. Holy moly, this video is 16 minutes long. See, Phantom's making me rant. Hasta la vista, baby. It's worth about $20. That's all I can say for it. Serenity, great deal. One of my favorite deals at Phantom. Honestly, I'd be fine paying more than this. Not BOGO. Don't force me to buy two. When you divide $24.99 by 2, it comes out to about $12.50. I'd be willing to pay about $15.99 for it. I think that's great. Luminescence, honestly, I think it's worth a bit better. I think they're kind of underselling it with the 25 BOGO. I think it's worth about $14. Bazooka Torch, I've never had Bazooka Torch. It's like a giant sparkler. Tornado Spinners. This is one of my favorite novelties, and I'm really glad Phantom carries these. I think $4 is a great price for them. Snakes. The only reason, this isn't a bad price. The only reason I have it down there is just because I think they need to compete with TNT on that. TNT's selling them for like $1.80. But I want to preface that Phantom gets you 6 boxes and TNT only gets you 4. So that's why I have a little bit more. Honestly, this probably could go to like $2.50, and it still wouldn't be bad. Snaps, $4.99. They're not worth that. TNT has the same problem with Poppets. Those are worth $1.50 for 150 of them. I think it should be a penny a snap, honestly. Crack the Whip. I think these are worth about $2. This is a 3-box of them, and Phantom's Crack Whips honestly suck. Crackle Balls, I think $3.50 is a fair price for them. I can't complain that much about $3.99 for them. Freedom has a better deal for these, but they're way better off than TNT on this, so I can't complain. Smoke Balls, same thing. They're way better off than TNT on this. Your Gyro Blooms, again, nobody else carries these. That's a very cool thing. They're worth about $3.99. And then I have Neon Smoke Balls and Strobe Sticks. I think these are fine. I don't think that needs to be adjusted. Moondance, I think the best way to compete would be to drop it $1. I have a bit of problem with Moondance. I think they're not built very well. You'll notice if you stick a Phantom Moondance next to a TNT Purple Rain, the Moondance is taller, even though it's the exact same fountain. And what it is Moondance, as a result, is like kind of top heavy. So they're just not built as well. So fix that and drop the price a bit. Killer Bee, $5.99 for one is honestly not bad. The problem is that TNT's beating the brakes off of them with only charging $2.72. If TNT was charging about this, I think that'd be if TNT was charging the full price for them, I think this would be a good deal. Confetti Lights is honestly just an assortment fountain. I think it's worth about $3.99. But the Intergalactic series fountains that we talked about earlier are better than those. Ground Blooms, I think $4 is fine for them. Neon Morning Glories, I think that's fine, but I do think they'd probably be better at $10 even. Blackbeard's Cutlass, I think $11 is probably better. Whistling Phantoms, honestly, $10 is not bad. But the reason I have them as $7.99 is just because TNT is going to sell these for 40% off, and I think TNT's price is like $7.49. I think with $7.99, they'd compete fine. Light of Liberty, $12.99. Honestly, this thing sucks. It's just another giant sparkler. It's worth like $6. Colossal Smoke Ball, I'm not that impressed with these. I honestly think what they did was they just made a ball and they stuck like DFS's ammo smokes inside of them. They're worth like $7 in my opinion. Tanks, these are the tanks that don't have wheels. We're not allowed to have wheels in California, so that means they kind of suck. I think they're worth about $8. I mean, I do like tanks. It just sucks we're not allowed to have wheels on them in California. So the next thing we got here is we got Morning Glories, $10.99. I think they're worth $10. And hallelujah for not doing a forced BOGO. TNT needs to take notes on this. I do not think it's necessary at all to charge $20 like TNT is just to buy one get one on Morning Glories. I think most families are totally fine with only having 30. And so hallelujah on that. Dragon Slayer. This used to be kind of good. I have it as a discontinue now because they watered it down. It sucks. These two, Treasure and Uproar, these ought to be like $1.99. These are horrible. Literally any other fountain is like better than these. The Sparkles of Pride is not bad. It's kind of got cool willows. Again, that price is horrible. I think they're worth like $6. Now we're into assortments. The backpack, all of these assortments are still overpriced. That's why I have still not worth it, but these are better. And they compete better with these. The backpack, I think it's worth about $25. Chamber of Sparks, charge $50 for it. Phantom Favorites, charge $16 for it. Celebration, charge $40 for it. Moonstruck, $100. Ultimate Party, charge like $70. Backyard Barrage, charge like $180 for it. Backyard Jubilee, I think it's worth about $300. In my opinion, they really need to redo this with better fountains. If Phantom could just make better 500 grammars. Honestly, what the trick Phantom needs to do is Phantom just needs to rewrap TNT's opening show and sell it for like $80. Boom. All of a sudden, a bunch of people would come to their stand because TNT's opening show is just overpriced now because people keep buying it. It's a cool fountain. Where was I at? Okay, the Fire Blast. This is one of the worst assortments they have. I think it's worth about $140. And then the Awestruck. This is a horrible offender. This went up to $289 last year. And let me show you what the price was the year before. Why? Seriously, why? I don't know why they increased that, other than the fact that they were kind of flying off of the shelves. Because to be honest with you, Awestruck is probably the best assortment they have. I cannot recommend it for that price. It's worth about $130 in my opinion. I think that's a fair price for it. And then the Backyard Bash, I'm just going to go the original Big Bang price and charge $500 for it. So anyways, 23 minutes in, that's enough. Once the Phantom prices release, I really hope they are better. I want Phantom to improve because I really genuinely like a lot of Phantom's fountains. Their prices are just awful. So TNT is wiping the floor with them right now. I've made my list of desires from TNT and Freedom, and to be honest with you, the amount of Phantom fountains that are on my wish list, there's like 3. TNT, I have like 20 fountains on there. Freedom, like 15. It's horrible. I'm not excited for Phantom, and I should be because I love this holiday. I love fireworks. I should be excited that there's competition, but they're not acting like there's competition. So, that's about it. I think I'm probably going to do another one of these videos for TNT because they're not off the hook. They're better. They are not off the hook on this at all. TNT, a lot of stuff that I buy from them is bought at a discounted rate on July 5th sales. because a lot of TNT stuff, I will admit, TNT has a lot less items that just flat out suck. Phantom, there's most of TNT stuff I don't think needs to be discontinued. I think the price just needs to be changed on it. And TNT has some stuff, just like Phantom does, that I think the price is great on. I think Mad Dog XL was great. I think $40 is fantastic for it. So, anyways, if you watch this entire thing, I'm impressed. And come back and watch the Phantom rant that will probably happen, just like last year when I see the prices, because I have no confidence. This is honestly, like I said, kind of a plea for them to do better. I made these prices and I tried making it so they can be profitable in California. Just like most people that are out of state would still think this is absolutely ridiculous for fountains. So I'm following California rules and I'm trying to help you guys out. I really am. Beast is trying to help you guys out too. I think all of us want Phantom to do better, just because competition is a good thing. The last thing I want is TNT to be running the whole state. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. I will hopefully have a video about fountains that have great color coming out soon, because it was a requested video last year, and I am working on that. And you're going to see a lot of Phantom products in that. Phantom has always been really good with color. Anyways, goodbye. Thanks for watching.